livestock. And then there was another electrical issue or something where people were
Well,
messing.
during the storm, I don't know if you noticed it or not, but your electrical lead that comes down to the electricity in the pavilion and was taking water, was coming down that pole through the electrical system and had a little fountain coming up out of your electrical box at the pavilion. You might want to address that.
I think we'll double check on that, but I know we talked to
Okay.
the electric company about that once before.
We cleaned the manure bins twice that weekend. We cleaned them on Sunday and we cleaned them again. We went back out Tuesday after everyone left and cleaned them again. So I think the park needs to address cleaning them themselves once in a while. We do a clean out, my group, the Douglas County Mounted Posse cleans them out on Memorial Weekend. Oregon Equestrian Trails cleaned them out last fall. It's not enough cleaning out to make it an enjoyable camping experience for your people that pay to camp there. They need to be, it can't all be volunteer work. The park has to be responsible for something. The hill that you sprayed, great, but can you chop it? Can something be done up there? It needs some prescribed burns to take care of things, possibly like we used to do. DFP used to come out and burn certain areas to take care of the dead and dying. To your salvage logging, there are several areas that we have cleared the trails, and there's a lot more work to be done. OET has done a lot more, but it really does need to be addressed. There's if people are going to go out there and pay to camp and ride on the trails, it needs to be an enjoyable experience. And right now, with the hawthorn, the poison oak, and the downed trees, it's limiting some of the areas that we can ride in, or hiking, or ride a bicycle. So those were my main concerns. I believe some of the others have others. Is that, do you have any questions about anything that I've talked about?
No, but I want to thank you for your presentation. To just come forward with the problems logically, point them out to us, you know, what solutions you feel you may have to suggest. I really appreciate that.
Thank you. And I enjoy the park. I have been involved with that park since 1983, when Tom Keel said, "Don't take it, it's going to be a headache."
Thank you for all your work out there.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Norma. Jill Talbert.
Talbert's on a roll, yeah. Hey, I'm Jill Talbert. I'm with the Oregon Equestrian Trails, and I kind of wanted to submit our volunteer hours report. And it was just from updated as of the day before. And that was just for this year. And we started in May. We put in well over 300 hours of trail clearing out there, including we had OET members, we had search and rescue, we had the East Douglas County Mounted Posse, we had Umpqua Harness Driving Club, we had veteran services out there helping us clear trails and maintain the park. Most of the major trails that people like to ride on are cleared. Most, not all. Some of the north side, the big timber up there, there are some rather large uprooted trees that we had to reroute the trail around. We did not cut through them. They were way too big. But those need to be seen to. They're in our trails. They're where we like to recreate, and just need some work done out. There's a lot of other stuff that is down, you know, pushed over, uprooted, that are in the way. We haven't got to all the trails because of that, so I could point out where those are. Actually took my pack horse out there and cleared some of the trails. So, and I wanted to point out that there was a gentleman out there working on the dirty hawthorn piles
Mhm.
in the kidney field. He did an exemplary work out there. Excellent, excellent job. To be burnt.
Yes, yeah. And for the rest of the board, last fiscal year, had a partnership with BLM to do some burning out there for it, and we had to pile up the kidney field. So it's about, I don't know, 25 acres of, am I getting that right, of hawthorn, and we pushed it all together with a bulldozer real quick. Of course, when you do that, as you know, it produces a lot of dirt. So we hired Ken Hale, there's an outfit we have a contract with them there to shake it and disperse the dirt and stack it into several piles, and he did a great job and did it very quickly and affordably for us as well. So the bill was less than we anticipated, which is always a great surprise.
I think he said he did 18 piles.
And
They're
he's,
huge.
and we're working with him to give us a quote to address the stuff on the hill as well.
Yeah, Hawthorne's a menace out there. I know that is such a right away. We're not fans either.
It's a career.
That's it.
It just never goes away.
Well, I also have a deal here. This was what we published on the back of our, what we call a Writer's Roundup. It's an OET newsletter. And it was the major trail clearing that we did out there. We had a gentleman that brought a rubber skidded excavator out there. And you cannot tell where he was at. You just, other than where he's cleared the trail. But as far as the impact that he did on that. Did you get one of those?
Yes,
Did you get one?
yes, I did get one of these.
Okay. Also, I have a map of the Kenai Park of the trails that we cleared. And I think there's probably, I estimated about 15 miles of trail out there. And like I said, we did major trail work. The ones that are pinned in are the ones that we cleared. Most of the other ones, like in the oak forest and stuff like that, they were maneuverable, so I say. There is a lot of oak that's down out there too, oak and madrone. But there's a lot of fir trees that are been uprooted. So I'd like to see that cleanup. I'd like to see that done. And I think Mr. Hale is quite environmentally conscientious in his work. And I personally would recommend. So, anybody have any questions on what we do out there?
Do you mind if I take a picture of the exhibits you passed by?
Go ahead,
Okay.
please.
Thanks for the feedback
Hard to read.
on the contractor as well. It's good to hear that we're using someone who's environmentally conscious and getting the job done at the same time.
I want to applaud your adoption and stewardship of the park.
We've been doing it from day one. I think 87 when it became a park. We've not formally adopted the park because there's a lot of contractual rules that we don't want to abide by. But we do go out there. Traditionally, we would go out there when the park would open mid-March. And so that's usually when we would go out and clear trails and open the park to the public. And this year we kind of got a little put behind, so we were kind of late in the day to do that. So. But it's something that we will continue to do.
A lot of work. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Mitch, you didn't say what you wanted to comment on, so are you,
Yeah, I'll comment. I'm Nikki.
just before you start, are you just agenda or non-agenda?
Just agenda.
Just, okay, great.
No, Midge McGinnis from Friends of Milton Kenai Park, and I want to say huge thank you to OET. Unfortunately, because of the snow, I didn't get out there when you could do the cleaning. They've done a fantastic job. My personal property has been impacted by that snow, so I know it is a mess out of tonight. And nobody wants to see the thing professionally logged, but it's gotta be salvaged and cleaned up, there's no doubt about that. And hopefully, you'll be able to do that. And also, Steve Kennedy says the pump down by the schoolhouse, there's a tree on those wires too. So, that's all I had to say.
Great, thank you. That's it for agenda items that Mark, but if there's somebody that wants to talk about an agenda item, now's your time to do so. If not, we're going to move on. Anybody? Good, thank you. Okay, park advisory actions. The first one that we have is development of Umpqua Dunes. So, any discussion or a motion on the redevelopment plan for Umpqua Dunes?
I'd like to say thank you. This is very well good. It's very nice. It's very informative.
I make a motion to move forward. Approve the redevelopment plan.
I'd second that.
Okay, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Second thing is salvage logging at, do you think we ought to do them individually or together?
Let's do them individually, in case there's a different direction.
Okay, we'll talk about salvage logging at Cabot Creek. Discussion on that, anything that you need clarification from Rocky on? And then,
Probably sooner better than later, Cabot Creek.
Yeah.
I'd make a motion to move forward with salvage on Cabot Creek.
Second?
okay, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Vote. Okay, that one passes. Good night.
You know, I would rather not do it and wait for FEMA to reimburse, because there's no guarantee we will reimburse, even if we do reimburse at 75%. And I think that judging by the response from the folks who are coming to use the park, they'd like to see action sooner rather than later. So, you know, my recommendation would be to move forward with taking bids for salvage operation.
I'm just pleased that there's, part of the plan is to reuse the hardwoods for stream restoration. I think it's great.
Now, would that be the entire park then, or is that just a section of it?
I guess, yeah, that'd be.
Recommending
Well,
the entire park or just a section?
What were you, well,
So when I was looking at this, it was a matter of trying to address the storm damage, which is the trees that are across the property, those that are on the trail. We do have a lot of other dead trees there that some may need to stay if it's habitat trees, others, you know, just the number of them in a certain area may need to be removed from a fuel load perspective. We haven't done that work yet.
yeah, that's my, and I'd like to see the whole park evaluated,
I would.
but I wouldn't want to wait on that before taking action on the storm repairs, and so I mean.
So like a
Like a
two-part.
two-phase,
Yeah.
because we're, you know, you've given us a lot of good information, and we've got great feedback from folks who use the park. I just don't want them to wait any longer for us to evaluate it, and I'm also concerned with some of the heat issues that we could get into a point where 2 months from now, you may not be able to do anything.
Correct.
And so my druthers would be to move forward with what you propose now, but at the same time, I'd suggest evaluating the whole park for danger. Does that sound?
Yeah, the first phase, then would that be removing those piles of brush that are already down?
So those piles are down there. We've already got that scheduled for this fall, you know, late October, November to burn those. So we'll burn those and, you know, we'll let them season. We have another couple piles on the other side below the campground that's seasoned as well that we need to remove. And if we get, whether it's contracts or whatever, we're gonna remove that other, so we'll have some other, pile, fuel to burn at that same time, hopefully.
So the trees that are down across their trails, that would be part of that phase one though?
So yeah, phase one is we'd be looking at addressing, those trees and trees around, and it sounds like that northern corner, that's where trees are down across the fence for our neighbor, and it sounds like we've got a lot of other trees up in that area that, and we haven't had time to fully go through all that. We've been reliant on the raise your hand and tell us what's wrong model.
Well, that's why I'd like to see us address issues that are known now, and then do the full evaluation of the park. And that also keeps folks from worrying about, well, you started out just looking at this piece of the park, then you decided to clear all, everything. So I would make a motion to perform salvage logging in the areas you've already identified.
I would second.
Okay, any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We got, Joey.
And who was the second on that? I apologize.
Chris.
All right, thank you.
Okay, the,
I got a quick question for you guys to consider. So one of the things that we're dealing with right now, just on county forest lands, is that there's so much down wood everywhere from the storm that the market's extremely flooded and the prices are way down. I'm not sure what you have budgeted out there for just paying the contractor to go out and clean up the mess, or if what you're shooting for is trying to capture enough merchantable timber so that there's no budget impact. But that situation's going to affect your ability and the timeline to be able to get that work done. So my question to the board is, and maybe Rocky, is what's the budgetary goal there? Are we trying to create a revenue neutral situation where hopefully we can get enough merchantable wood to pay for the cost of doing the work? Or do we have money allocated in the budget to just go out there and pay a contractor to clean it up? But understand that because of the timber situation right now, there's mills that aren't gonna take it. So,
Well, and then you and Rocky, you'd stepped out, and Rocky discussed that the goal is to do revenue neutral, try to get someone in there and see if we can get them to take it in exchange for the timber they can take and we'll agree to do the clean it, was my understanding. That's always kind of our goal. And me personally, I like to see us try to do things that are revenue neutral, so we don't have to dip into the budget and try to, everything costs something, so if we can figure out a way to make it revenue neutral, we'll do that.
so that's what I assumed, and the point I'm trying to make is that in order to get there, you may have to take far more wood out today to get to that revenue neutral position than you might if the market was better and you could wait until the market came back to do that work. So you're gonna have to balance the need for getting the stuff removed with whatever the market's doing. I don't want you to have to take out more wood than you have to take out, but I would like for it to be revenue neutral, and that's gonna impact the amount of wood that you gotta take out.
Okay, thank you. There's been a motion and a second to reappoint Mr. Chartier as chair. All in favor of that motion? Say
Aye.
Opposed? Great.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
You sound so excited, it's just great.
Yeah, great.
Great.
Okay, director's update.
All right, so we're still trying to recruit for positions. So we've made an offer for 4 positions last Friday, 3 for seasonal and 1 for permanent. So they're going through the process. Hopefully, they will all get through the backgrounds and.
How big is your applicant pool then? Just out of curiosity.
So we had 4 people who accepted for an interview, and we offered 4 positions.
I think everyone's finding out it's trying to hire labor now.
Yes.
It's a laborer's market. If you can do anything now, you can get a job, and there's positions open anywhere. Because linemen better